Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my YouTube channel. We are continuing with our series on Maths Paper 2 that was written by November 2025 candidates. We are going to cover number 11 today, which was a question on transformation. So I have uploaded all the solutions from number 1 up to number 10. So in this video, I will focus on number 11, which was a question on transformation. So the question is reading, answer this question on a sheet of graph paper. Use a scale of 2 centimeters to represent 1 unit on the x-axis for -4 to 5 and 2 centimeters to represent 2 units on the y-axis for -10 to 12. So this is a very important step. We need to follow the scale that is provided on the question paper. So let us follow in that instruction and we dive straight onto our graph. So we are going to start here. This is our 12. This is our 10. This is our 8, 6, 4, 2, and then 0, -2, -4, -6, -8, -10. Then we move on to the x-axis. Here we are going to put our -1, -2, -3, -4. And here 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the first step. We need to follow the scale that is provided and we are going to underline here. We are going to underline here. Right. We also need to underline our y-axis. So we are going to underline like this. We move on here. We underline like this. So this is the first procedure. Let us now proceed to the next part of the question. Number 1, part A is saying triangle PQR has vertices at P, which is 2, 2, Q, which is 4, 6, and R, which is 2, 6. So we are required to draw and label the triangle PQR, and this is going to give us 1 mark. So I'm going to illustrate here. The first coordinate, which is P, is having 2, 2. So we are saying 2 in the x-axis, in line with 2 in the y-axis, it is this point. So we label it P. Next, we are having 4, 6, 4 in the x-axis and 6 in the y-axis. We are going to plot this point. And then finally, we have 2, 6. We are going to plot this point. So let us label, this one is P, this one is Q, and then this one is R. After that, we need to join the points like this. We join here. And then finally, we join here. So this is how you get the first mark for drawing the triangle PQR. And then next, let us proceed to the next part of the question. This one we are done. We are done with the first part. Next, triangle P1, Q1, R1 has the vertices at -1, 4, -3, 8, and -3, 4. So we are required to plot the triangle P1, Q1, R1. So the triangle P1, the coordinate P1, we are having -1 and 4. -1 and 4, it is this point. Right. Next coordinate, -3, 8. So let us label, this is our P1. And then -3, 8, it is this point. We are going to label here that this is Q2. And then finally, we are having -3, 4. -3, 4, it is this coordinate. So we are going to label that this is R1. Next step is of joining all the three coordinates to come up with our triangle. So I'm going to join here. Like this. Then I join here. Like this. And then finally, like this. So by doing this, we have managed to draw our triangle. So this point is Q1, not Q2. This is Q1. So we have managed to draw our triangle P1, Q1, R1. That is how you get the second mark. And then next, it is now reading. This part we are done. Next, we are now required to describe fully a single transformation that maps triangle PQR onto triangle P1, Q1, R1. So we can see that the two triangles, the image and object, they are congruent. So under congruent, we have rotation, reflection, and also translation. This one, it can be described as translation because the object and image, they are not facing exactly opposite direction, like in reflection. And also they are not facing same direction, like in translation. So this one is rotation. So we need to write that rotation is okayed. So this is B part 2. We explained that rotation is okayed. You get your 1 mark. You also need to provide the angle and direction of rotation. So this one is 90 degrees anti-clockwise. Either you can write 90 degrees anti-clockwise or you write 270 degrees clockwise. These two, they are accepted as one description. And also, we need to provide the center of rotation. The center of rotation. So I will illustrate how we need to find the center of rotation. When we are calculating center of rotation, the first step is to join the corresponding points. So P1 correspond with P. We need to draw a line that connects P and P1, like this. And then we draw a perpendicular bisector of that line, isn't it? We are having 3 boxes. So the perpendicular bisector is going to be on 1.5. It is going to be here. So we draw our perpendicular bisector. It is going to be a line like this. So this is a perpendicular bisector. It divides P1 and P into 2 equal halves, right? And then we join R1 and R. We join R1 and R like this. And then we need to draw a perpendicular bisector of that line. So we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is going to be on 2.5. 1, 2. It is going to be roughly here. So we need to come up with our perpendicular bisector. It's supposed to be like this. Yes, this is going to be our perpendicular bisector. So there's a point where the two are intersecting. They are intersecting here. So we need to write that coordinate. That coordinate, it is in the x-axis, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 0.4 in the x-axis, and then in the y-axis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 3. So when we are now writing the center of rotation, I managed to get the center of rotation is 0.4, 3. So this one, I just illustrated how we need to find the center of rotation. It might not be the actual one, because I'll need to do the bisection using a compass. But in this case, I'm doing a screen recording. I can't use the compass, but I hope you understand how to find the center of rotation. It is just a matter of connecting the corresponding points, and then after that we draw perpendicular bisector of the corresponding points. So there's a point where the perpendicular bisector intersect together. That is going to be our center of rotation. So this one, as I said, it might not be the actual one, but that is the method used to find the center of rotation. So now let us now proceed to the next part of the question. On part C, triangle PQR is mapped onto triangle P2Q2R2 by an enlargement center 2, 0 and the scale factor -1.5. So we are now required to draw and label the triangle P2Q2R2. So this is how we are going to answer this question. We are given that the center of enlargement is 2, 0, and our 2, 0 is here. Let me show you. This is our center of rotation. Center of enlargement, I mean. Right? This is our center of enlargement. And we are given that the scale factor of enlargement, it is -1.5. Right? So from this point, from P to center of enlargement, we are having one box. So we need to multiply 1 by 1.5, and then we measure 1.5 from the center of enlargement, so that our coordinate here, it is going to be 2 and -3. That is going to be our P2. we are saying 2 in the x-axis and minus 3 in the y-axis, so it is roughly here. This is going to be our P2. I hope you are understanding. From P to center of enlargement, we are having one box, and then one box times 1.5, we have 1.5. So from the center of enlargement to P2, we are supposed to measure 1.5, so that it is going to be our P2. That coordinate is going to be our P2. We do the same procedure for R. From R to the center of enlargement, we are having 1, 2, 3 boxes, right? And then after that, we say 3 times minus 1.5. Let us calculate 3 times 1.5. If we say 3 times 1.5, we are going to have 4.5. So we need to measure 4.5 boxes from the center of enlargement, right? So this is our 1, our 2, our 3, our 4, and 4.5 it is here, right? So this is going to be our point R2. And then we need now to see for the last one, which is Q. So from Q to 2, we are having, we can measure using a ruler. Here I'm having 8 centimeters, right? So I'm going to say 8 times 1.5, I'm going to get 12. So from the center of enlargement to the point R2, I'm supposed to measure 12 centimeters. So let me do that. This here. So I've measured 12 centimeters, so that the coordinate is going to be minus 1, 9, minus 1, minus 9. So minus 1 and minus 9, it is this point. If we measure from this point to this point, we are having 12 centimeters. And then from this 0 to point Q, we are having 8. So we are going to plot this point as our Q2. This is our Q2. And then after that, we need to join the coordinates. So I need to join this point and this point, like this. And then I join here, like this. And then finally here. Like this. So this is going to be our image. This is our image under enlargement. Scale factor minus 1.5 and center of enlargement is 20. And then next, on part G, the matrix 1002 represents a transformation which maps triangle PQR onto triangle P3Q3R3. So we are required to draw and label triangle P3Q3R3. So this one, it requires us to pre-multiply the coordinates of object by this matrix, right? So let us calculate here. We want to find the coordinates of Q3, R3, P3, right? So we say 1, 0, 0, 2 times 2, 2, 4, 6, 2, 6. So we say row times column. 1 times 2, we get 2, and then 0 times 2, 0. 1 times 4, 4. 6 times 0, 0. 1 times 2, 2, plus 0 times 6, we get 2. And then 0 times 2, 0. 2 times 2, 4. 0 times 4, 0. 2 times 6, 12. 0 times 2, 0. 2 times 6, 12. Right? So we now need to plot these points. This is our P3. Our P3 is 2, 4. Our Q3, it is 4, 12. Then our other 3, it is 2, 12. So we need to plot these points on our graph and join in order to have our triangle P3, Q3, other 3. So let us plot 2, 4 first. We are saying 2 in the x-axis and 4 in the y-axis. So we are going to plot this point. Right? And then next we want to plot the point 4, 12. 4 in the x-axis and 12 in the y-axis. It is this point. So let me label that this one is P3. And then this one is Q3. The last coordinate, we are having 2, 12. 2 and 12. It is this coordinate. We label our triangle, our point other 3. And then after that, we need to join. So P3 to other 3. Join like this. And then other 3 to Q3. Yes, and then P3 to Q3. Yes, this is going to be our image. By doing this, you get your 2 marks. And then lastly, describe fully the single transformation that maps PQR onto triangle P3, Q3, R3. So this one is known as the stretch. What happens in stretch, one of the side is going to be preserved. R3, Q3, and RQ, they have been preserved. They didn't change. But from R3 to P3, there was a stretch. And also from P3 to Q3, there was a stretch. So when we are describing that transformation, first of all, we need to mention that stretch is okayed. This is stretch, right? This is stretch. Stretch is okayed. This is the first mark. And then the invariant line, we are going to say x-axis is the invariant line. Why are we saying so? If we check the coordinates of image and the coordinates of the object, their x values, they are not changing. What is changing is the y values. So we describe that the x-axis is the invariant line. this stretch is parallel to y-axis. So either you write x-axis is the invariant line, or you say the stretch is parallel to y-axis. It means that the x-coordinate, they are not changing. What is changing is the y-coordinates. And then you also need to provide the stretch factor. So in this case, the stretch factor is 2. I will illustrate how we have managed to get our stretch factor is 2. I'll show you how to find the stretch factor is 2. So let me show the working here. So if the x-axis is the invariant line and also the stretch is parallel to y-axis, the stretch matrix that is used is 1 0 0 k. So we write the coordinates of the object. We have 2 2, 4 6 and 2 6. These are the coordinates of the object, and we managed to get the coordinates of image as 2 4, 4 12 and 2 12. It is clear that the x-coordinate didn't change. What changed is the y-coordinates, right? And then we need to find y. If we say 0 times 2 plus 2 times k, we are going to get 4 as our answer. And we need to make k the subject of formula. 0 times 2 is 0, so 2k is equal to 4. We divide both sides by 2, so that our k is going to be positive 2. So that is why we said the stretch factor is positive 2. So that was all about the transformation. That was in November 2025. So this marks the end of our tutorial today on transformation question that was in November 2025. Thank you so much for following me on this channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share my videos. For those who want to write next year, I'm starting my WhatsApp classes on 1 November. I charge $10 per month per subject, and I teach every day in the evening from Monday to Friday. Thank you so much. This is